Heard the excuse, I, Mexican man, arms and legs and all my being are for labor and money making, nothing more. This is my all. I, now grown woman, laugh, the maniacal kind, the kind that if it were personified would be a combination of Large Marge, the wacky version of Christopher Walken, and maybe the sinister ocular insanity of that one William Dafoe GIF. You know the one. You see, my Mexican men once blow dried my hair as a little girl, so I wouldn't have wet hair as I slumbered. No memory exists of my being tender-headed, as they were so graceful with their touch. They made me breakfast, lunch, or dinner at many ages, countless times. These men who worked in the minas, sold chicle in the streets of my hometown, they, former window washers, pinto bean sorters, sopa makers, who did their family's laundry, sans wife or assistants, raised babies and didn't think to call it babysitting. These vampire men that never slept, worked endless shifts balanced out with joyful summer nights, sleepless summer days spent with children at libraries and parks year after year. So don't tell me myths are real. Don't tell me these princes with calloused hands that weep openly at funerals or wear brave faces under dark sunglasses, then stoically bear the weight of pallbearer and new king exist only in my dreams. I bore witness for them then, and I will carry their stories now. Thank you. I love the silent snaps.
All right.
All right.
Snap, snap, snap.
Yes.
Lydia, do you want to give a little more context or tell us what you're working on now so that we can listen for your work or look for you at readings online or not online?
Most of my online content is on Instagram. It's called Love, Death, and Tacos. I am forever working on my chapbook, but I do a lot of artwork also, different mediums. My most recent was with all types of beans for Day of the Dead. And so some of my artwork is also on that Instagram, Love, Death, and Tacos.
Love, Death, and Tacos at Instagram. Gracias. Yes. And put that in the chat so we can follow you. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome. And next up will be Opalina Salas and Greg Johnson. You're on deck after, just FYI. So Opalina is based in the OC, Oak Cliff, Dallas. Opa, you ready to hit it?
Yeah, sure. Sounds good. Thank you for having me, Tammy. I appreciate it very much. It's nice to have something to look forward to.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's really good. Okay, this is a poem out of my my book, Black Sparrow Dress. We're just gonna call it That Year. It was the year when the 40s settled in and packed their bags under my eyes and rested at home between my shoulders and lower back like an elephant who'd been on parade. And it came with bad news. You can see me there in that picture on New Year's Eve, alone, toasting the camera with the tilted, half-hearted smile, pasted for the benefit of the onlookers, arched out between champagne cocktails spilling and final cigarettes of the old year. It was the year when I took all my anger about my middle-aged ways and pounded my feet against the January freeze. I took long walks just to get away, to cry alone, pull up tufts of dead grass in dramatic fashion and scream into the ground, cursing my mother. You never told me it would be like this. You never told me, and you always knew that I'd be here someday, calling out to you. It was the year I threw fists, the year I packed bags 4 separate times thinking I'd go, once with alcohol, once with pills, and twice with clothes and postcard destinations to places I didn't belong. I traveled alone and it was glorious. I walked when I wanted. I rode carriages when I was tired. I ate as much or as little as I pleased. I wore blue jeans and t-shirts, and I was a stranger everywhere I went, and it was perfect all once. It was the year I listened closely to other women without judgment and expectations and realized that we are all truly alone, marking time between sips of coffee, passing flirtations, pictures of shirtless men on the internet and late night television. And I became more alone. After I could not bear the time I had lost believing in love the way that fairy tales had taught me, it was never meant to be that way, with eyes closed and open heart. Why did it take me so long? It was the year sadness moved its swollen belly into my soft bed and made blankets my sustenance. When I lost layers and built barriers and stopped noticing. It was a year that I hated the sight of myself, then became obsessed with my looks, bought wrinkled cream and padded bras, and wore lots of red. I made things with my hands and avoided eye contact. It was the year I considered. But my considering was smothered by self-doubt, so I bought more dresses and I cut off my hair. There. I remembered how she ate hot dogs over the sink for dinner, how her best friends were having affairs, and how her daughter yelled, and how she drank to fill up her loneliness, and I didn't want those things. It was the year I considered and opened my ears to hear my own breath. I touched my own body, belly, legs, ass, and knew that I was flawed and filled with sorrow, but also joy and life, and it was good. It was the year I stopped sleeping on my own hands so that I couldn't feel anything when they grew numb, and instead I moved them to rest on my warm skin to sleep long nights without dreaming. It was the year I knew I wasn't okay and it was okay. It was a year no one was okay and no one had to fix anyone because it was okay. It was the year that every step was a prayer and a celebration because I had finally found me. Thank you.
Opalina, oh my God, that's awesome.
That's nice.
It's so good to see you too, for sure.
I
Miss Dawn, what you say?
miss all you guys.
I miss you too, man. That's what's up. It's awesome.
You can find my work on madsworld.com and you can find it on Amazon, Black Sparrow Dress.
All right, that's what's up.
Thank you, Opalina. It's so awesome to see your face, and I love the hairstyle.
Yeah,
love it, love it. Show
that's
and
cool,
shine.
man.
Dale shine. Okay, next up we have Greg Johnson. Greg, you're on next, and after Greg, we will have Lynn Lewis, and then Sue Prevost.
Well, Tammy, did you get my text message to you?
I only have landline, dude. So I don't know. Was it something?
That box message? I just understood that I was coming as audience, so I wasn't prepared to read. I just came to spectate. To
whatever.
I mean,
oh hell nah. Whatever.
Freestyle.
I really
no. That's no, dude. That's a no.
Greg, off the dome. Off the dome, Greg.
That's a no, dude. No, we need you to spit some. Read it, dude.
Okay. I'll try to remember a piece. Okay.
Okay.
I do your thing, your thug thizzle.
Well, in this age of political division, so I guess I'll try to do an old piece. Tossed over a fence at the edge of consciousness, I stumbled into a pasture of red, white, blues and sought the strength to say, home. Could have leaped and sunk this lineage in Atlantic chilly freeze, but I couldn't see the sand on mama's hem sinking under gray streams. Chance chained me below, naked in fecal swamp, swimming mucus fish. Muffled by stench, I heard their whales on deck as they dove into their reflection. Topography tells me this pasture is going to turn into something new. Red, white, blue. Anthers dust pollen on a mountain stem. Green stems submerge in a river. Corollas sway their head in a land of burnished grain. Nothing lasts forever. I'm so into my music, into my red, white blues, into this land manured by Indian carcasses, watered by trails of tears, manured by Indian carcasses, watered by trails of tears. This is my country, land that I love. God shed his grace on thee, and the land of the free, and the home of the tossed over fence. I stumbled into this pasture of red, white blues and seek the strength to say, home, home, home. So much missing on that. Thank you, though. Thank you for indulging me.
Wow.
Powerful, powerful.
Well spun, Greg. Well spun.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, my strong belief is even if the memorized words fail you, the spirit and the soul of the piece lives forever in your core, and you'll never be blank when it comes to sharing it, because it came from your core. The spirit and the soul of it came from your core, and it's always there. Thank you, Greg.
Thank you.
How to reach you, Greg, or you gonna invite people to visit a website or something like that?
I'll just put my phone number out on the chat. I'm not a Luddite, but I'll put my phone number out on the chat, in the chat box.
Thank you. Next up, we have Lynn Lewis, who has graced us in readings that I've hosted here during the pandemic era. And I can't wait to hear what you have next for us on the theme of gratitude, Lynn, and take it away.
Okay, seriously, you expect me to come after this? After what we just heard? You expect me to top that? Oh, come on.
No, it's never about topping. That's no. It's never about topping. It's about your voice. It's like a daisy chain of daisies. And also, there's no ranking here. No ranking system.
Yeah.
No scorecards. The Olympics happen next year in Tokyo, maybe. We'll see.
Okay.
Lynn Lewis.
Hey, Lynn, I can't see you.
No, you can't, dear. I'm in my pajamas. I'm going to bed after this, bruh.
Oh, I don't care. I'm on.
Hey, break us off something, Lynn. I love your poetry.
Okay. This is from my book, and this won't take long, as most of the poems in this book are small. But the poem is called.
They huge.
Hi,
they huge. No, all the poems in your book are huge.
See, he is so sweet. Okay, this poem is called Gifted.
Okay.
Ready? Okay. I will not tell you what I did with the phrases you gave me, because you'll only pout and wish you had them back. When honey lamb, sweetie pie, sugar dumpling, you know they're already gone. I took them apart and I sifted them. I creamed them together with butter and sugar and rolled out a pastry that eagerly awaits the eye, the ear, the fingertips. Thank you.
Thank you, in your pajamas. Literate and literary in PJs. Lynn, I love your baking photos, and I think I'm walking distance from you. So one day I'm going to show up on your doorstep, get some grub.
Show up hungry.
Lynn, do you want to invite us to check out your book? How can we order it?
Okay, I'll type it into the chat thingamabob here.
Yeah, I ain't walking distance, but I got a scooter.
Well, scoot on over, bruh. Come on.
I got a scooter. I'll scoot over there. I'm talking about I got one with the headlights and the brake lights and the low side mirrors, you know.
The bell? You got a whistle or a bell?
Hey, I got all that. And some juice. It'll last for a little bit, you know.
Thank you so much, Lynn Lewis. And
Thank you, Lynn.
Yeah. Next up, we have Sue Prevost, and AKA Scoot. And Sue, take it away.
Hi, everybody. I'm coming. Hey, I'm coming to you from the land of Balbancha, which was the original name for New Orleans. That's the Choctaw or Chata Homa name, Balbancha. So this is a poem. It's a prose poem, and it's sort of about my dad. Elijah, with his small winds, setting fire to ant piles, parking his blue VW bug into a city spot, then smiling at the onlookers in their big cars. Elijah taking dance lessons at Arthur Murray to please my mother. Then after 2 drinks at a wedding, hopping wildly on 1 foot, inventing the Ponchatoula hop, a crowd gathering as my mother watches him as if he were a stranger. Elijah running his boat's motor into a barrel in the backyard because my mother won't speak for days if he leaves her to go fishing. The torturous ear-wrecking nightmare of his lost dreams send me to Mary Jo's bedroom where we play dolls on the carpet. She holds her Barbie tight like a gun and says to my Ken, "Make love to me, you bastard." Elijah packing the VW to finally leave my mother until she runs outside screaming with me in her arms, "Here, take her with you." He pauses with his head on the steering wheel before getting out and slowly unpacking because he will not orphan me. Elijah standing guard underneath the moon, waiting for one of Mrs. Lacey's cats to cross into our yard so he can use his slingshot because he must hunt something. Elijah stabbing a shovel into the hard ground to plant his own memorial because he's dying and he must leave something, right? The ground, like evaporated reason, is impenetrable. So he makes a rock garden so we can remember him in the small patch near the front door. After he's gone, my mother will haul the stones into the trash because the memories leave her stricken on the sofa, clouded by regret and TV soap opera dialogue. 40 years later, my mother smiling. She's found a quarter from when he made the garden. She says he must have bent over and the quarter fell out. 1970. Ain't that something, she says. Thank you.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
That was awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sue.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
Do you have any links to share or any upcoming?
No,
practical?
I'm sorry. Not quite yet. I'm working on it.
And to finish out the set, thanks again, Sue. We have Crystal Miller. And Crystal, you ready to go? Yeah, there, I see you. Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Crystal.
Crystal, I love you. Hey, what's up?
Good to see you, AD. I haven't seen you in a minute.
Oh my God, what's going down?
All right, so this is called Little Feet. Silently they wait until the sunlight has begun filtering through the curtains. My husband has brought coffee. I've propped the pillows against the headboard, and we've settled in for weekend morning rituals. Softly greeting they come, one by one, jockeying for position, one next to him, another next to me, this one stretching and yawning, that one headbutting his way through his siblings, until the bed is filled with purrs and other cat grumblings. Quiet 40-somethings, we attempt to read through a gray paw here, a black tail there. An orange head has slid onto a corner of my book, preventing the turning of pages. We smile, move small body parts, and scratch heads accordingly. This is what our family looks like. We have survived the loss of a child, the loss of parents, the loss of a dream job, death of friends closer than family, cancer, and the long struggle of accepting the hard truth that the only pitter-patter of little feet this house will hear will be that of feline and not human. But none of that matters now, on this cold fall morning, snuggled in bed with the only children we will ever know. Our little world is filled with love, gratitude, security in knowing that whatever comes, we will survive, content in this world we have built together.
Yes,
Yes.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's lovely. That's
Sorry, wrong
lovely.
emoji.
I'm sending you some sugar over the web.
Oh, thank you.
Crystal and I have known each other for a number of years now, and you wear so many hats, and I love that you're backdropped by all your sewing notions. So
Yeah.
it's kind of maybe not obvious to others, but it's not fishing tackle boxes or anything. That's actually sewing notions. And Crystal and I have worked on a project called Dress Codes, and hopefully we'll be resuming work on that project here in the coming weeks. At least that's our intention. But also in the meantime, during this COVID time, Crystal's been working on some desktop publishing. So Crystal, would you mind introducing Roderick next?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we're going to move to the section of our featured poet with Roderick Richardson.
Yeah.
And Crystal is the person that helped, lay out the book pages and did the technical work on that in the editing. So yeah, take it away, Crystal.
Right. So if you've never heard Roderick before, you are definitely in for a treat. I've known Roderick for a number of years, and he's a good friend and a hell of a poet. And his chapbook chronicles the journey that he has taken to healing from a stroke. Very powerful writing. I'm really honored to have been able to be a part of that project. So I introduce you to Roderick Richardson.
That's what's up.
Oh man, thanks, Crystal. Thank you for everything. Thank you for helping me out on this chapbook here. I'll show it to you right here backwards. And thank you, Tammy, for blessing me with this opportunity. And it's good to see a lot of you guys. I miss y'all all. I had a stroke, suffered a stroke March of this year, actually March the 25th of this year. And a few of my therapists, when I told them that I do poetry every once in a while, they said, well, you should do something. So I just wrote some stuff down as far as the early stages of my recovery, and actually, part of my recovery, I had to, write some of this down and recite it one time, and then I just decided I should put all this down in a chapbook, and there's 15 pieces It represents the number of reps I had to do for physical therapy and such. But there's no titles. There's just days. And I'm going to start it off with the first one. This is day 1. And let me get my readers. Day 1. The night brings forth its usual show of light breezes and mindless celebrations. The buzz disappears. In comes the main attraction to close the show. Superman fades. Nostradamus begins to stutter. The blinded commands the blind. He becomes captain of the ship. Onward towards the rapids, he yells. He drops them off at the edge of the waterfalls. He takes the rest of the trip alone. Day 5. Before this, there were times when I felt like I was nothing. Sadness would cling onto me like a shirt does while walking through a thunderstorm. It hits me late at night when no one's around and there's no one to call. As I lie on this bed, I look around my room tonight. I think to myself, what's half of nothing? Can't get out of bed, can't walk, can barely talk, can't clean myself. I'm born again minus the salvation. Sadness brought a friend to keep me company, and there's no one around, and there's no one to call. Yeah. Day 6. I can't see her face, but she has the most gorgeous eyes. They are the first things I see when I wake up from my hospital bed, semi-motionless. How can I not fall in love with her? 6th day here, and she's all I have in this world. She hands me my meds with what I would imagine a smile. No visitors. No one can see me. Cell's dead now, waiting on a call. Waiting. But she's here, gently flushing my IV and referring to me as dear with those gorgeous eyes. How do I not fall in love with her? Then it happened. It was bound to happen. I am now a grand infant needing to be cleaned. Her delicate hands cleanse me like the Jesus she worships. No complaints, no words. How do I not fall in love with her? Morning comes. Still can't move. Dreams lied to me again. Not strong enough to hold back the tears this time. I did not want visitors this time. Too afraid to hear man up this time. But I hear it's okay this time. Let it go this time. We'll be here this time. How do I not fall in love with her? 6 days after Judgment Day, she was my rapture to heaven. The sun in a universe of darkness. I'll love her always. What was her name? What was her name? She had the most gorgeous eyes. Day 18.
Oh, hold up, nigga. Day 6 was awesome.
Thank you, man.
I'm sorry, man. I don't know. I ain't supposed to
No.
interrupt your shit. Ooh, man.
Man, thank you, man. Yo, thank you.
I gonna get back to your thug thizzle. I'm with you, but hey, I might click in again. I'm sorry though. Let me apologize first.
It's cool. It's cool.
Gorgeous work, Roderick. Gorgeous, gorgeous.
Thank you. Day 18. Saturday. Before this, I would sleep late until 9:30 a.m. No care. Relieved that the responsibilities of work is temporarily behind me. Awakened by the sudden movements of my kids or my complicated other. Temporary peace. Saturday. Now I'm awake before the sun is up. The sudden glare of hall lights, the growing silhouettes of nurses, taking blood, checking vitals, giving medicine, unloading urine, such as my new life. Saturday. And I have this new schedule of work to do in the small hopes of reclaiming my life. Saturday. And I'm not feeling it. I'll just lay in bed after my breakfast and spend the day viewing the live broadcast of the book of Revelation. I best get used to my new life, I said. It'll be okay, I said. And by the end of Saturday, I'll talk myself into thinking I'm better off not fighting it. I call it the dark side of positivity. Positivity can take you to the darkest of the abyss. As you travel further down, you look around the darkness and you say to yourself, it's not that bad. I can live with just half of my body if I have to, I say. I could tell them that I just want to go home. I'll just have mother and the kids, but it's better than nothing. Then they came. They got me up. I don't say anything. Time to start the day. Saturday. Seems like every day is Saturday morning. I'll end it off because I don't know how much time do I have. I guess I have one piece remaining. My time.
Oh yeah, you've got. I mean, if you wanted to read 2 or 3 more, that'd be fine, Roderick. It's up to you. Whatever you feel.
All right, thank you.
That's what's up.
Cool.
Bless us. Just bless us. Man.
Yes, indeed. This is day 71. From bed to wheelchair. From wheelchair to walker. From walker to cane. At least I'd hope. Stepping out this coming Saturday, I want to leave the walker home. Nothing like having the tag team of vanity and pride to help physical therapy. Walking with the therapist, trying the cane out. I'm in need of something to help me keep a rhythm. Here I go, picturing myself walking like a pimp with the song Disco Lady by Johnny Taylor in my head. Step, 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 step. Move it in, move it out, move it in, round about, disco lady.
Disco lady.
Yeah, I knew you knew that song. Step. Good, she says. Now, can you do it a wee bit faster? Ugh. Now what I'm supposed to do? Pimps don't do anything fast, must let's walk. I need something. I am stuck. Suddenly, a band of brass horns blasted its sounds in my head. It was the intro to Beyonce's Crazy in Love. Off I go, losing man points with each step as I channeled my inner Sasha Fierce. I'm taking faster steps. It's working. I'm starting to feel the burn in my right leg and hip. Get tough, I said to myself. Beyonce does this in high heels, I'm just saying. I picture myself being the opening act of a drag show at Sue Ellen's, striding back and forth on stage with this cane, dressed in my and worn shorts and Meals on Wheels t-shirt as friends and family cheer on. Good, my therapist said. I'm expecting a bud. But when you step on your left, can't it be a wee bit softer? I can't imagine Beyonce doing a soft anything when it comes to walking. I start to gain man points with each left. Recovery is like life. It's all about balance. Still, I bet I could at least get gas money and the free glass of wine at Sue Ellen's.
Oh my God. So you right.
Word. All right. This is the last one. This is day 152. The time has come. Spread your wings, young old man, I say to myself. Doesn't mean I'll fly. At least I'm no longer grounded, not yet whole, but no longer a fraction. Tears of grief fall, the end of a good book, back on the ship, by myself, but not alone. Hope this trip will lead me back home. Thank you, y'all. Thank you for y'all time and listening to me. I really appreciate it. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Oh, it's awesome, bro. Awesome. Hey, Deborah, I see you. That's awesome.
I appreciate that, man.
That's awesome,
Thank
bro,
you.
man. And you look good too, man. For real, you like a pimp and things. What's going on?
Ah, man.
Well, I
Thank
mean,
you.
What's really happening? I'm looking, I'm like, man, this dude, he pimping it.
Man,
I'm
trying.
in the COVID-19 era. You know.
The cane helps.
I feel you, man.
Roderick, that was wonderful. Thank you so much. We're gonna drop the link on how to order the book through, is it Lulu? And
yes, it's Lulu.
Yeah, I've got that link, so I'll put it on the chat here in a minute. And thank you so much for allowing us to glimpse your recent journey. And I've been thinking a lot about you, and I'm just really overjoyed that you were able to join us tonight and share.
Thank you for having me.
Man. Yeah, it's so awesome.
So at this point, we're going to take a little break so folks can do, just about 5 minutes, and you can chat with each other and, have your mics up, and we'll resume in about 5 minutes. And our next reader after the break is, I believe it's Richard. Yes, Richard Loringer, followed by Victoria Valenzuela. So see you in 5 minutes.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Barbara.
Hey, Tammy. Hey, Sue.
Thank you. Hey, Rose and Artie, where'd you go?
Hey, Sue.
Hey, man.
Hey, Annie.
Hey. Poets in the house.
Hey, Donna. Donnelly Hoffman.
I hear that laugh.
Yeah.
Hey, I can't see nothing no more. Oh, there you
I
go.
can just see 4 of us.
Hold up.
Well, I can't see nobody. Well, I can see Roger.
You can't. Hey, AD, what's happening?
What's up, bro?
Man, nothing, man. It's good to see you.
Oh, man, it's great to see you, bro, man, for sure. And then to hear your words, you know what I mean?
You gotta put some music to that, man.
Yeah.
You got songs, man. You got blues songs.
Oh, for real? Yeah.
Oh, no
thank you, man.
M.O. James would love you. Yeah, you got some blues, Bed Sick Blues, man.
Thank you, man. Good seeing you, Greg.
Hey, Rod, I can't sing much, man, but I can sing some blues, though. You know, I can back up or something.
Oh, come on. With that voice of yours, man, come on.
Yeah, you can sing. We used to sing together.
We should. Yeah.
Yeah, brother can't sing much, but a brother can sing some blues, though. I mean, right.
Oh, yeah.
You know, some JT, some, you know, Tyrone Davis, you know. You know what I mean? Like, ain't too many people know about Tyrone. Tyrone was my boy, you know.
You turned into a blues man. You know, I was looking for your, you got that humor, man. And you still have it, I know, but that stroke brought something out in you, man. You know, you in that bed, but you riding trains from all over the country, man, with your words in the guitar.
That would be the dream, man.
Oh yeah, it's easy.
Yeah,
you got the fear.
Well, man, you know, the COVID, man, the COVID opened new doors. You know, we in a new thing. You know, so it's whatever we make it to be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like right now, it's a whole new thing, dude. We at the beginning of this, you know. Now, I know we up in age, so we ain't gonna be there at the end, but we definitely in the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we can hit the start. You know what I'm saying? We can show set it off. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't that far up in age, man. I don't look at it like that now.
Yeah, well, no, I ain't saying that. I'm just saying I ain't gonna live forever. You know.
Right.
You know, that's all I'm saying. You know, yeah, you sure right. I'm just saying I acknowledge that I ain't gonna live forever. You know what I mean? So,
absolutely. But I ain't ready to write your eulogy just yet, man.
Yeah, well, I ain't trying to have now, Rody.
I feel you.
Yeah, believe that.
How
Yeah,
you
I'm on top.
How's Carmen, man? How's Carmen?
Oh, she all right, man. She in there now talking shit to somebody.
Okay.
All right.
How's your baby girl? How's she doing?
Oh, Jazzy, cool. She cool. She over at her grandmama's right now. But yeah. She came in for Thanksgiving, you know. Because, you know, she up there in Tulsa. She emergency room doctor.
Okay.
In Tulsa, Oklahoma, yeah.
Okay, good. She like her death, man. She loves that stuff.
Yeah, she putting it in, you know, but she's a good girl, man. They lucky to have her, you know what I mean? Because she know what she doing, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely lucky to have her, man. Man, I can't see nothing, right? I'm looking at you. You froze. Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm in this closet, man, so I ain't got much, you know, for some reason I can't recite.
I heard.
You've been quarantined to the closet. You're slipping.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Is that
I work from home now.
Okay.
And so
that's what's up, though.
Technically, this is my office.
Hey, Tammy, what's up?
I'm just being an organizer, so I'm getting organized.
That's what's up.
Problem solving.
Well, I know you got, well, I know whatever needs to be in check, you got it.
Thank you for your confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a little help from the shiner, huh?
Right? It is what it is, you know.
Yes.
Get your shine on, girl.
Okay.
Amen.
And there's no reason why you should not.
So we're gonna start winding back down to a place where we can hear some poets read. We got quite the lineup for this second day, so lots to come, lots to hear, and so eager for everybody to learn about some new poets because we're representing different spots on the so here we go. Our next reader is I don't know if he's in the. There you are, Richard. Just a second. Okay. Again, I'm gonna ask if you can mute the mic so that we can focus on the poet on deck. So here we go. We're gonna have. I'll just tell the names again. Richard, Victoria, and then Brian, Patrick. Okay.
What's up?
I'll just say a little bit about Richard. AD,
I can't hear.
Yeah, could you mute your mic?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's because there was some background noise. Thank you, or voices. Richard and I met in Austin back in my 90s identity. And we hold a lot of great memory from that time, or I hold a lot of great memory from that time, and many great memories of being around Richard and doing great projects. And you know, that was a very precious time to me. A lot of artistic growth happened when I lived in Austin. So I'm so pleased that we're reconnecting again. I'm feeling a lot more audacious with just reaching out to people on the internet. Why not, you know, make friends and invite people to our artistic circles so that they can grow bigger and stronger, diverse, and inclusive. And Richard, I'm so happy you're here, and take it away, please.
Hey, yeah, so it's the same for me, Tammy. I met, like Tammy said, I met her in Austin in the late 90s, and it was an amazing time. There are many amazing times, but I remember you well. We recently reconnected, and because Tammy came to a Zoom reading I was doing last week, and I have barely been on it. I've been pretty quiet this whole time, this whole pandemic time, sitting here by myself. But that's cool. I really enjoyed this a lot. Roderick, you said, dreams lie to me again. And I was like, I almost fell out of my chair. I just want to tell you, that was so beautiful, period, the whole reading. So
thank you.
Yeah. So Tammy said, you want to read on Friday? And I said, can I read a prayer? And she said, okay. So I'm going to read something a little different than what people have been reading. Can you guys hear me okay?
It'd be awesome if you could bump the volume just a little bit more from my aging ears.
I'm not quite sure how to make the mic louder. Let me try it. Sorry, I actually don't know. Am I really quiet?
Oh, you're better now. I think you're projecting more. You have you can project. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure what that was. Okay, cool. So anyway, I'm going to read something that's kind of slow and a little quieter than what people were doing, but I'll try to project it anyway. And I don't know, it's just a little different. But this is a prayer to, sorry, I keep losing you guys because Microsoft has decided to take over my computer right now. So anyway, I'm going to do a prayer to something that I'm always grateful for and that I think is kind of hard to come by. But it's when I get a lot of my own thinking and, forward movement done. And that's a prayer to quietude. So it's got a couple of long pauses. So I'll just say thank you when I'm done. So I'm actually done because there's a couple of quiet moments. So quietude. Oh, supple, oh, resilient, farmer of the day, you vast my thoughts into a new form sanctum troubadour in the opulence of air. Each sure breath luxuriates, liberates a seed of seeing, instills your imminent strands alert and potent through these animal cells. My glass of water waits, oh, clear, oh, distant traffic pours. My houseplants soak the room, stillness stretches out, and a lone sparrow punctuates the morning in song. Would this hour might ramify all time with its pith and speculation, even just a ping in the hectic pond would do. Breath and light combine to loom a fine field for a frank remaking. Manifest horizon beckoning one to surge. I lift my hand and molecules move, lungs pull the atmosphere, nerves flood and wake, align, articulate far beyond skin. Only the spread of a rooted hour reckons this absolute gin of every day, brimming radiance and casting the ebullient charge that stills the hour to acuity, distills itself to a cat of light, lustral wind, a crystalline calm where all murk lifts, where even the beating of the heart can be too much. Oh, ravel, oh, intrinsic, how we savor your reprieve from the fact ratchet cataract, from the shrapnel mind, how we chant the lone pavilion of your adamant waiting in the weeds. You dwell with vistas unharried by air. You repinion the plain song of our utter hearts. You unlock and fortify. Between beats, we welcome and repair. Would that we might dwell wholly amidst, that we might become saturate, might become air, that we could see the impossible, pure, ever, and horizonless. Though you evaporate and the mist return, though we must resolutely cantilever on, let us dwell amidst as might. Let us not leave you. Let us ping the pond. Let us gather arm-wise, throat-wise, chest-wise, what particles we can. Let us fill the veins and lungs with all your rarefied. Let us hold the radiance upon the hour. Let us carry the acuity of the still heart. Let us bear the agency of the waking face. let us bear the grace. Thank you.
Dude, that was wonderful.
That's good. That was
The
good.
ending was
Right.
off the chain, dude.
Well,
Let us bear the grace. Yes, sir.
I hope it came across okay.
You delivered, bro.
I
You
just
was on
need
point.
quietude sometimes.
Yeah, you was on point, bro. You delivered.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm loving your
straight.
comments, Carmen. Like the whole night. Yeah, they're awesome.
Richard, you said something about moving your hand and the molecules move. In that moment, the painting on the wall behind you started to flutter. It was perfect.
That's awesome.
And
I
we
told
have
it
video.
to.
Huh?
Yeah, I told it to. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I got some magic going a little bit.
Is that a painting that you did?
No, it's a friend of mine. He died long ago, actually. Died of AIDS in 2001. It's one of my favorites. So I'm coming in from Oakland. At the beginning, I typed in the tribe. I've been typing all day, and I realized I did a typo. So I'm gonna send out the correct spelling of the Ohlone tribe.
Hey, bro. Let me ask you a question. You ain't got to answer it if you don't want to. But what month was it? You said 2001. Your friend died. They did the painting.
He died in May of 2001. I just remember. Anyways, well, listen. Thanks.
Thank you.
You can find stuff about me on. I keep a website because I don't got much else to do right now, and so and also put in the name of the Ohlone tribe from Oakland, and so happy whatever everybody needs. Okay.
Yeah, I know that's right.
Gracias. Thank you so much, Richard.
De nada.
We have Victoria Valenzuela coming from south of me in San Antonio. So can't wait to see you, Victoria. Are you up? Yeah, your mic's
I'm here. You see me?
Yes.
Thank you for inviting me. Hello from San Antonio. Thank you for inviting me. I put in the chat that I'm the creative nonfiction editor for The Thing Itself literary journal. It's out of Our Lady of the Lake University. So we are looking for work that has to do with social justice, in particular during the time of coronavirus. So social justice and COVID-19 time. And I'm going to read a poem from this new book that just came out. Right? You have this one, Tammy?
I don't have my copy yet, but I'm excited that you're holding it up. Yay! It's a living thing. It's beautiful when books become a living thing, an object. Yeah, collectible. And I heard that your poem is getting rave reviews already.
Yes, I was surprised that somebody who got it in the first round of mailouts sent me a letter saying that I was their new favorite poet, and I'm not trying to pump myself up right now. I'm sorry if it sounds that way. She's a good friend. She was just being a sweetheart. But I was like, you already have the book because I've been waiting for mine. It just got here 2 days ago. So I'm going to read from here. And this poem is also a little bit timely because it's called Dia de los Muertos, which we just had. And also, Roderick, I wanted to say to you, sir, I'm so happy that you're alive. I'm so happy you're doing well. And I'm sure you have lots of ancestors to thank to watch over you and keep you strong and healing as you can heal, right?
Right. You're right.
I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
And I celebrate you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes. And this poem is about... and I'm happy for your children. I hear you have children, so I'm happy for your children that you speak to, sir. That's great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wonderful. You're welcome. This poem is about love. I write poetry about my children. I'm a mother of 6. I write poetry about my children, but this poem is about my husband. Dia de los Muertos. I gotta wear these nowadays. Leave me lying here, 'cause I don't wanna go. Veruca Salt. Later, after you get home from work, after someone wins the World Series, after we are lying in bed giving cariños, and after you admit you still fear the future me dying, and I admit that I still fear the future you dying, we say middle age is not for faint hearts. It's after midnight on El Dia de los Muertos, San Antonio, Texas. I've built the altar for our antepasados. No pan dulce, but hay dulce, fruta y rosas. In bed, in our sleep, we hold hands. Giving thanks is done. I kiss your arm. Our palms rub together. Our legs extend, interred. As root systems of trees still in conversation, after we die, we've promised the other we'll be buried together, just like this, naturally entombed beside a sapling, a pecan tree where our children can come and lay flowers. Thank you.
That is awesome.
That was sweet.
Yeah, well, that's awesome, my sister. Dang.
Feel all warm inside.
Thank
You
you.
know,
You can find my poetry online many places. Just search my name. I spell my name Viktoria, Victoria Valenzuela. And I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm all over the place. Again.
And Victoria's spouse and husband she will be buried with is also an amazing poet. Vincent is, I don't know, is he in the room or did he go for his walk?
No, he's in the room keeping the children quiet. Vincent Cooper, he's the author of Zarzamora, which is his newest book from Jade Publishing, and Where the Reckless Ones Come to Die from Aslan Libre Press. He's a Chicano poet and he writes about family and heartbreak.
So beautiful. Thank you, Victoria. And can you hold the book up again one more time? I want to get a snip of it. Thank you.
This is from Cutthroat Press and Black Earth something, the Black Earth Institute, and they're in Wisconsin, I believe.
Yeah. Black Earth, Wisconsin.
So just so you can get an idea of some of the authors in this book, they're all Chicano, right?
Hey, can I see the back cover?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Sandra Cisneros.
Okay.
Carmen Tafoya. I don't know if you can use it closely. There you go. Mine has glue on it. I don't know why it has glue on it from where it was packaged, but you can see some of the writers.
Oh, yeah, you could see them good, too. That's what's up. Oh, yeah, I see Tammy, too, right there.
Mm-hmm. There's some really good.
Oh, man, that's what's up, man. Y'all, it's in there. And so, hold up, let me ask you this. So, did each writer get like 2 or 3 pieces or something like that, right?
I looked through it, and some of the writers have up to 5 pieces. I only have the one because
nice.
I didn't know. I sent just one.
Right. But you could have been with. You could have had 5 too if you had sent them up.
Yeah,
I know that's
maybe.
right.
At least two. I just sent one. but everybody.
I know that's right.
There's some good.
There are plenty of books to spread our poems around.
That's awesome, though, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, so pick it up. You just go to Cutthroat online, and they have it for sale on their website.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Victoria.
And please send the thing itself. We need your poetry. We need your stories.
Okay, next poet up is Brian McCarthy. And Brian, you ready to get going here?
Yeah, this is.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me and putting me in such good company.
What's up, Brian?
Hey, this is kind of a rumination in two parts on a place, blues bar, and its primary proprietor and performer, Robert Ely. Both of those phenomena became very important to me over the course of many years and many people that I was very close with. The first time I ever set foot in the magical blue house that was the new Bluebird School of Music, I was barefoot. It was summer, late at night. I was too young to go to a nightclub, but my brothers were regulars, quite regulars. And they and their friends knew the standards were lax, especially after midnight on a 90-degree summer night. Once the idea had been floated out in our front yard, there was no question of me going inside, alerting my parents by getting shoes. Nope, sail now or remain ashore. The game was afoot. I was game and barefoot. Long-haired lad, too late to be a hippie. It was time to earn my locks. Let's go. Next time, next time, next time my baby leaves, Lord, got to find me a part-time love. We were the recipients of that place's blessings for many joyful years, boys and girls. Dang, can you feel the heat of that room? The summertime swell of bodies of all shapes and sizes, of all colors and stages of consciousness, packed into a tiny space, bass rhythm pounding through your chest as the alpha male in his three-piece suit belts this defiant lament, and everyone, lonely, happy, lost, or otherwise, feels it, really feels it, because a master is at work. A truth teller, a storyteller is holding out his broken, bleeding heart, and it's our heart. And we are feeling every beat together. Oh, I gotta find me a brand new love. And everything, even that, even love in the wake of betrayal, even redemption seems possible. Thank you.
Awesome, bro.
Nice.
Awesome, bro.
Classic, yeah.
Nah, but hold up, though. But you said even redemption seems possible. That's tight, bro. That's a closer. You know what I mean? Yeah, because I know a little something about redemption. You know what I mean? And oh man.
Thank you, Brian.
Yeah.
Are you going to continue with the series on the Bluebird, or what is your thinking? I know this is new work you're generating this week, even.
Yeah, I've kind of always wanted to put together some kind of a collage of work about that place and about how much it meant to so many people. It was like truly the soul of North Texas for so many decades, and it kept dying and then being reborn and dying again and being reborn. It was like the thing that gave you faith in the eternal power of soul, and I want to try and capture that somehow. Stay posted.
Great. Yeah.
Mostly I put my stuff on Facebook on a page group called April Poem a Day, which has turned into a year-round clearinghouse for poets of all stripes. Started out as a celebration of Poetry Month, and now it's just,
yay!
It's April all the time, baby.
Why not?
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.
If you wanna
I'm sorry, should we give feedback as well? I wasn't sure if this was just a performance strictly thing, or I'm here on behalf of my dad, Anthony.
You're good. And you're actually up next, Amanda.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So
I was going to say, I really loved about that piece was the balance between taking us straight into the blues and into that moment in that place and the narrative. It wasn't overwhelming either way. And it was a nice little surprise every time it creeped on back in.
Thank you. I'm glad you felt
I
it.
dug it. The energy, everything.
So thank you, Amanda, for stepping in last minute. I didn't, nice to meet you, and welcome to my life, because now I can learn about you as well.
Thank you,
So
thank you.
I had invited Anthony Flores of San Antonio to read a poem that he just wrote this week, a beautiful, perfect poem on gratitude. But unfortunately, he's been trying for the last hour and a half to get into Zoom, and it's not
I
possible.
was trying my best. I guess I'm a bad helper.
Technical challenges. So right now we've just decided to just invite Amanda to read her dad's poem on his behalf. And then I found out that Amanda is a slam poet and has her own credentials. So maybe you can share a little bit about that as well. But yeah, go for it and take your time, because it's a beautiful long piece and I love every word of it.
Oh, that's what's
Take
up.
my time. Well, hello, it's true. Greetings and welcome. Welcome. I accept, I receive the welcome, and I'm not nervous at all. I'm Amanda Flores, and I'm here on behalf of my dad, Anthony Flores, who goes by Anthony the Poet. And yes, I've been on a few slam teams and performed a little bit and competed across the nation with Budo Slam, so that's always been a pleasure. And I just got back from New York in mid-March after being frighted away by, circumstances that you might be able to guess. And so I'm happy to be here. By Anthony the Poet. Let's say grace. I try to teach my son that we will not eat or quench our thirst without humbling ourselves for a moment and praying first. Of course, I thank the multitudes of sky gods and lords and ladies of light, celestial queens of cosmic benevolence, and all divine givers and finders of human sustenance, for this bounty and this manna, for this daily gift that we break in order to share. But I also thank the many, many, many manos of so many hermanas and hermanos whose hands and arms and backs and legs and feet have miraculously placed this food here for us to eat. Without considering all the work behind every dish, it seems as easy for us as simply making a wish. I thank those who plant and grow, who bend and plant and grow and pick, who wake and plant and grow and pick and load. I thank those who drive the long roads to us, who connect sleepless miles to our dreamy want. I thank those who herd, who slaughter, who package, who stock, who prepare, who cook, who wrap, bag, serve, who hand us meals through small windows with tired eyes, forced to smile, weary hellos. Without these and so many countless others, so many of our sisters and brothers, we would never be able to sit so sweetly and comfortably at our table. Of course, I thank the multitude of sky gods and lords and ladies of light, celestial queens of cosmic benevolence, and all divine givers and finders of human sustenance for this bounty and this manna, for this daily gift that we break in order to share. But I don't always look up when I pray, for there's always a take to the time-honored givens. Our greatest praise is not always meant to rise up to the heavens. And that's Let's Say Grace by Anthony the Poet. And I'm going to get him back for this one later.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Oh, thanks, y'all.
Yeah.
It was a great, thanks for the pressure to pop in. I don't think I've popped in on a single Zoom performance of any kind. So I think this is just what it took. And as you
Can
can
we
see,
hear you?
Oh,
I already asked, AD. I already asked.
I'm a little, I mean, I could do a haiku. Let's see.
I'm down with whatever you want to do.
I'll just throw a real quick haiku in celebration of recent, well, for me, a celebration. So
That's what's
I think I
up.
can remember it. All right. So it's called, or I don't even know if it has a title. So it goes, we'll see. Somewhere in there, 17 syllables. For the women. Leaves in the fall are like a man's ego. Fun to crush. That's that. It was really mean. It used to be replaced with Trump, but how about one more for the road of just a simple haiku?
Sure.
All right, this one is called Words That Mean the Same Thing. That's the title of the haiku. A world with no synonyms would be oh so sad. It would just be so sad. And that's that. Thank you, everybody. It was a pleasure to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was fun.
Thank you.
Thank
Maybe I'll come back
Yeah.
another day.
Thank you.
Well done,
Thank
Amanda.
you all.
Well,
And I apologize.
I'll give you your own spotlight at some point, you know.
Oh.
You're reading your
Thank you. That's awesome.
Thank you guys. Thanks. I'll give my dad, you know, the feedback, and he wishes he could have made it. If he could have, he would have. But he wanted me to remind you, just Google Anthony the Poet if you want to check out his merch or his t-shirts or get in contact with him or anything like that. Thanks again. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Hey, I would just like to say that anybody named Anthony is truly a king. I mean,
Is that
you
so?
know,
Is that so?
obviously. I mean, you know, it's apparent to me, but
He's a parent to me, actually. He's my dad. And on that note,
Thanks again, Amanda. Have a great night.
My pleasure. See you soon.
Next up, we have Annie. Oh gosh, your name just moved. Yeah, Annie Rochelle Lanzilotto. And if I mispronounce that, please accept my deepest apologies because we only just met within the last 5 days. You came on Sue's recommendation, so I thought it'd be great to include a new voice to me on this reading. And I saw some of your YouTube videos, really captivating theatrical performance work. So I'm into that as well. So I can't wait to hear you. So take it away, Annie.
Thanks, Tammy. And it's beautiful to meet you all. Really, it's a pleasure to be in a new community for me. And thanks to Sue, and also to Rose in Parado, Tammy, who's we know each other since we're kids. So, you know, I've heard about you through both of them. All right, so I wrote this today. I took a good assignment from Tammy of the word gratitude. And I want to hold someone in our minds today. His name is Ibrahim Kashush. And he wrote the Syrian revolutionary protest song, Yalla Erhal Yal Basha, which means get out Basha. And I think we could all relate. It's when there's a leader in power that you're waiting to get out, but they're not getting out. And Ibrahim was assassinated. They actually tore out his vocal cord after his revolutionary protest song went viral. And so the first thing I'm going to be grateful for is Ibrahim's voice in life. And then also that I can open my mouth and my vocal cord in a place where that's, you know, not going to happen. So this piece is called In Ginocchio, which means on your knees. In Ginocchio, thankful. I am safe on land tonight, not waiting for any port to open, not on a refugee boat, not on a raft, not waiting, not hopeful for one big wave to bring my body to the shore. My documenti are recognized, stamped, signed in indigo ink, approved, apostilled. No threat knocks upon my door tonight. I am warm. Walls, floors, and a roof shield me from waters, winds, threats. The waters flow through pipes down from the mountains so I can drink and wash. The cells in my body stand ready, pronti, for the first ever computer-generated vaccine coming out of Cambridge, Massachusetts. A code of computer-generated messenger RNA will be injected into our cells. Us, we are the ones alive now, right now, This is the first for our citizens. I'm coaching my cells to open the door, open the cell wall, read the computer's message, but keep the nucleus sealed off. Do not admit any computer code into the nucleus of any cells in my body under any circumstances, no matter how it presents, no matter what it says, no matter the pitch. Replicate the message, post it on the outside of the cell wall, a protein spike for all cells to see. Then destroy the messenger. Get it out once its job is done. About this, I'm adamant. It's going to take a generation to figure out what happens next, how we evolve. We must all spiral forward and up, adapt and change, envision newness, be new. There's no going back. There's no normal to go back to. There's only forward, ever, forward. In the 80s with HIV, we learned to talk about sex safety. And now with COVID-19, we got to learn how to talk about being social safely, how to gather, how to interact, how to organize in years to come, how to live. We need vision, new hives. We need new systems, new ways, and get back some of the old ways, some of the ancient ways. Back to the rivers, let the earth breathe, take the tourniquets off. May all necks breathe free tonight, free of the weight of boots, free of kneecaps, free of any tools of oppression. May the old systems go and the monsters step down. Black ink streaks down their sweaty sideburns with their longing for power as they speak to the brainwashed throng. Let's take a lesson from Julius Caesar. The senators had to take him out. And so waiting for some version of that, for the senators to cut their umbilicus from the maniacal emperor in his own mind, umbilical puppets afraid to be cut loose like a sacrificial deer away alone from the herd. How were you when the rug was pulled out? Is someone there to bring broth to your lips? To whose lips do you spoon broth? Who are you becoming?
That was great. To bring broth
Yeah,
to.
it was.
Yeah,
who are you becoming?
Oh man.
Wow, 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 wow.
That broth got me. That's it.
I'm gonna post
That was awesome.
contact info in the chat and
Please do. Thank you.
And also I want to invite you all Sunday. I'm doing a reading and a talk with Tim Hernandez from UT El Paso.
I know Tim.
I know you know Tim.
Hernandez. Yeah.
So I'm gonna put that invite in there. We're doing it at 7 on Sunday, your time, Mountain Time.
Awesome.
And bring the name of someone whose name you want to bring back from anonymity, someone you want to remember, and or the lyric of a protest song, a revolution song that you love. All right, thanks everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Annie.
I love that. Love that.
Spiraling forward and up.
They say.
I think of Victor Jara and Violeta
That's
Parra.
nice.
Yes. The artist activist. Abel Perez Arita is next, and Abel, what we got here? What are you wanting to share tonight? Do you need me to give you a share screen capability?
Hey Tammy,
Hi.
how's it going?
It's great. Thanks for being here.
No, thank you for allowing me to be here. So I'm not gonna be sharing any photo or anything. You mentioned me sharing some kind of artwork or something like that, but I figured I'd just write a short poem and that'd be good enough. Okay, so just as a preface, I've never shared a poem before, so this is my first time, so alrighty. All right, so here goes. I've been getting told this holiday that I've been losing a lot of weight. Damn, dude, you look great. They laugh when I tell them that it's because depression. I laugh because, well, I don't know if they understand. Depression affects us in a lot of ways. Days spent away from friends, shut in a room inside our heads, memories at the door here to stay, dreaming hours, worlds away. I just look down at my turkey, mash, and gravy. Just be here another day.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thanks.
That was nice.
How's it feel? You've just shared a poem publicly. How's it feel?
Yeah, right. Feels pretty good. Feels like
That's what's up. That's how it's supposed to feel,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, you know, it feels like I'm welcome and accepted in a world of strangers, you know. And
Nothing but love here. Nothing
No
but
doubt.
love, people.
Lots of love.
You
Thanks for
got 2
sharing.
screens worth of hugs coming at you, baby.
Ah, thanks. Hugs right back.
Do you want to share about the creative work that you are doing here in the North Texas area?
Sure. So right now I've been rebranding my media business, freelancing. I mainly do weddings, but I'm also shooting portraits for individuals, families, stuff like that. So yeah.
Video, good video work. And we've worked on a piece together. We did one collaboration.
Yeah,
Maybe more in the future.
for sure. I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you so much, Abel. Stick around. We got like 4 or 5 poets on the lineup. Next is Stephonia Roberts, who's also a North Texas poet, and yeah, lovely, lovely voice in the mix. So take it away, Stephonia.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for inviting me. This is so exciting. I grew up on the south side of Fort Worth, and from what I gathered, that was an area of Wichita and Caddo and maybe some Seminole Indians. And I'm actually off of the side street, Wichita. So I've always been that person that was curious about how certain places got names. And so I'm grateful that I grew up on that side of town during a certain time where it was very affluent area. So the poem I wrote last year is called Gentrification. Imagine, if you will, a world created by omnipotent power, an entity occupying time, energy, space, matter, the motion and the elements of the universe, and omnipresent painting the world into existence with colors reflecting its kind, with brilliant strokes of feather brush, painting the greens of leaves and the skies of blues and the sun rays of yellows, moonbeams of silver, twilight of glitter and gold, in the vast canopies of darkness, allowing dawn to rise with the sunbeams of hope, fabricating molds of planets and galaxies and Milky Ways with brilliance of light. This majestic being, illuminating its life force, now seeing, needing creative images to replicate and worship thy own self. It created its likeness from the seas and the shades and the hues of the universe with silica, quartz, and feldspar, and cosmic dust from afar, bounding its offsprings of the cosmos through the expansion of grains of sand, now called Mother Earth. Uniting their kinship from water to land, the offsprings arose as siblings, sharing DNA of organic matter of their creator, stretched across the new world. Love was thy gift, placed in the hearts of his children, beating and pulsating and throbbing with the desires of the new world. However, the dust rode with the wind, corrupting the children, not seeing with the same eyes of his creators, now noticing the soils of earth, white to coral sands and red and yellow clays and black soot and loam. Decided differences was against the creator's design, began blocking the sands of mankind, creating a frenzied hierarchy of delusion, polluting its siblings with subterfusion. And so it continues to this day on Earth. Its rotation of evolutions have produced various episodes of revolution, and yet there's still no solutions. Certain beings are still not seeing, falsifying logic, rewriting ancient scripts, scribing to be their own God, trampling and mystifying, presuming creation favors only one child is absurd. And yet this absurdity ripples across the universe like drops of rain, forming bodies of water across the earth, carving out crevices of tears, drowning sorrows of oppression, regurgitating, spewing blood like flowing molten lava, destroying the original beauty of splendor, leaving behind harsh land, chiseled and mangled into its own recognition. Gentrification is like lava, flowing into the inhabitants' land, carving, molding, and sculpturing the landscape, making it harsh for the remaining offsprings to live, pushing and crowding to areas where no man or beast or burden is fit to live. So the absurd children of their making has claims to lands that smaller gods have even forsaken. Thus the absurdity influenced the grains of broken glass, creating dust storms, eroding its past to forget about its kin of coral sands, red and yellow clays, and black soot and loam, forgetting the pyramids of Khufu, Corral, Khafre, and the pyramids of Giza, the sun and moon, from ancient columns of granite to sand dunes, destroying creation's divine purpose for all of its DNA, erasing history, distorted images, forgotten memories, and self-preservation, now pays homage to gentrification, forgetting its siblings of coral sands, red and yellow clays, black soot and loam. Thank you.
Thank you. That was wonderful.
Thank you.
Indeed. Yeah, that's nice.
Thank you so much, Stephonia. Thank you. It's an important topic, very, very important subject for us.
Thank you.
I don't know if you're aware, but folks in Fort Worth need to be aware that there's committees and councils trying to rezone parts of South Hemphill Street and the Mexican American communities, immigrant communities that live at that end of Hemphill. So this is turning into a big topic right now, with a vote coming down in early December about basically it's going to be gentrification in a part of town that's important.
I wrote that last year because of some information that I heard through the community that I associate, especially over there in the South Side, and because their zoning is trying to come all the way back up to parts of Humboldt well, over in the South Side area. And so, and it's important. It's important in the, for me, when I talk about it, the different sands of the earth, and here we have the white sands that's ignoring the red clays and the yellow clays and the black soot and the loam. That's people of color, and so that's very important. But I'm thankful that I live there. But now when you go through there, it's completely dry desert. All the buildings and businesses that were there when I was growing up, just like one little old shanty restaurant down 35, going eastbound across 35 in Rosedale. Everything else is on the other side. And so it is sad. And, and a lot of people think that's wonderful, but not for the inhabitants that live there.
Truth.
So,
Truth.
But that's it. And you can find me on Instagram and Facebook. On Instagram, I'm Stephonia Storytelling. And
please talk about the things you make, the recipes, the self-care items.
I'm an herbalist by trade. So my ancestors, especially my grandmother, taught me how to go forage from the land. And so I learned how to, figure out what was edible and what we use. And and just live. And so now I kind of do the same thing. So I make, you know, soaps and lotions, but for the most part, I do herbs and do home remedies, alternative medicines, and teach people how to eat and live off the land and survive if we have to, you know, learn how to be sustainable. So that's on some of the things that I do.
Thank you for that work. Equally important to your writing. Thank you for that work.
Thank you so much. Thank you for this. Has been wonderful. I feel so honored to be a part of this, guys. Thank you so much.
Oh, likewise. Next up, we have AD himself, Anthony Douglas. You ready to speak, Anthony Douglas?
Hey, yeah, here I come. Hold up. Let me,
Can you
I was trying to,
you want to show us?
I was trying to, yeah, hold up a minute. I was trying to talk to an old girl before she left, but that's all right. Let me, there you go. You see me?
Yes, nice and clear.
All right, what's up? How you doing?
Oh, I'm so eager to hear you. It's been a long time, you know?
It's been a minute, you know, but hey, I've been doing my thug thizzle, you know, I'm trying to be all right with myself. But hey, it's been a struggle, you know?
You're being honest, yeah, being honest.
It's been a struggle. Hey, but I got some gratitude stuff for sure, but I also, you know, got some other things, some old things I was thinking about, you know, because that memories and duct tape always stick with me, you know, because my baby sister, you know, she still ain't out of jail right now.
I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
Yeah, she's still not, you know, but she trying to be, but you know, she definitely deserved to be there, though, you know, because, man, she stuck my nephew like 6 times or something, you know. So anyway, I wasn't trying to take it there. I'm just, you know, when I start going over things I'm thankful for, I always thank for him because he here prospering. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Yeah, so that's what's up. Hey, you here with me, Tammy? What's up? What I need to do?
Okay, we got room for a poem. We got 2 other poets after you, and we're working on 2 hours. So let's you know, choose one that you feel might enrich us or enrich you. Somebody gets rich here, huh?
All right, so check this out. This here is I'm gonna do some this. This here is my gratitude piece, right? Descending from the 3rd of 5 good reasons to die. One blooms too soon, and the friend seems intimate. But I heard it said it takes a fool to learn. Survival rides with the homie, and I bear witness forgiveness is paramount. Gratitude begins the finish. They say we ain't ready for what's coming, but they don't know us. And even though we don't either, the truth's inside. Facts are hard to hide. Eventually, cream will rise. Even if I'm just a boy punished for a crime I didn't commit. Because sometimes I arrive after the boom. The beasts of southern wilds carry shame handed down for miles. Survive by only just a little help from the homie. You know what I mean? Forgiveness is paramount. Only gratitude begins to finish. So I find my seat and set in for the show. Stars surrender. Let gravity go. Becoming more expanding to implode. sacrifice begins the ride. The ancestors say things are going to get easier someday when your hair is much lighter. Things will get brighter. Don't say goodbye, say hello. Reach out for more and know the journey's just begun. Ain't no race to run. We create competitions a distraction to co-opt truth and steal the show. No one's better than you. Just let go. No. Blessings are coming. All belong to you. Walk to the finish. Let the rabbit keep running for president, for props, for what's coming. Truth is stunning. But what is needs no approval, belief, or witness. The end is the beginning. Embrace the finish. Born to immortality, you are the story never ending. And I bear witness. Paramount is forgiveness. Gratitude begins the finish.
Awesome.
That was real. Yeah, man.
Yeah, you've been thinking a lot on that. I can tell. Thank you.
You know, gratitude is an awesome thing because it's one of the not one of, but one of two, really, apparent emotions. You know, because you got fear, and then you got gratitude. You know, those are emotions that give birth to other emotions. You know what I mean? Yeah, because fear is like, if fear is the father, then gratitude is the mother. You know what I mean?
Sounds like a Greek or Roman myth there. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Anthony. It's been a long time. We miss you, philosopher poet. We miss your voice.
I miss y'all, man. I love y'all. Y'all are the reason, you know, really for everything. Because really, poets is really where the truth. If you go try to find the truth in any decade, in any year, in any month, you gonna have to go to the poets because that's where the truth is.
So let's go hear some more truth. You want to tell us how we can be in touch with you, or you want people to have your email? How can people reach you or hear your work?
Well, you know my name, like I say, my name Anthony Douglas. You know this. My email is hotmail Anthony_Douglas@hotmail.com. You know, if you want to contact me, you can contact me there. You know.
Where are you coming from? Where are you coming to us from, AD?
I'm in Fort Worth, Funky Town. You know, I'm in Fort Worth. I'm at my house over here in Meadowbrook. You know, Ponderosa. You know, I'm over here. You know, but it's all good. I'm over here off Sandy Lane. Yeah. So, you know, you could come holler at me personally or whatever. I'm okay with it.
All right. Thank you, AD. Next up, we got a Dallasite, or should I say Pleasant Grove poet. Priscilla Rice, you're up next, Priscilla.
Hola. Hi, Tammy. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, bump it up.
A ver, maybe if I get closer.
Oh, there you go. I can see you.
No, you can see my face right on the screen. Can you hear me a little better?
Yeah, that's great.
I can. That's awesome.
Yeah, we can hear you.
And we can read lips too.
Okay. Está bien.
Don't cover your mouth. You don't cover your mouth.
Don't read my lips. No, so I took your, I was like, what can I share today? So I took it as a writing prompt, right? And this morning in my semi-conscious state of, turkey and tequila dreams, I wrote this piece. So it's very raw. I went to my grandma. I'm actually in Crystal City right now, my birthplace in Southwest Texas. So I'm in my parents' house. So I'm really excited to be sharing something. I've never shared anything from here, So I'm really excited. To be here and to share this space with y'all. And I wrote this poem. I went to my grandma's house yesterday.
Priscilla,
and I wrote it on a tree.
Priscilla, is your family listening? Ahorita? Can your family hear you? Are they watching you right now? Is your family watching?
I can call them in.
Oh yeah, please do.
They're in the other room. Okay, let me go get them.
If it's safe, is it safe?
What's the poem
it's safe. They said they just yelled at me right now. They said we can hear you.
Okay, all right.
What's the name of the poem?
It's called Majestic Mesquite de mi infancia. So it's a majestic mesquite tree of my childhood. So here we go. Big little boy Cristiano climbed the majestic mesquite tree in my grandma P's yard, the one who let us swing on tire swings and provided us shade to play in, protecting us from the hard South Texas sun that kissed my beautiful morena skin. We kids playing canicas and making a plan about how many games we could play before the sun went down. How many horseshoe games with Grandpa El were played under that old mesquite tree? Or cuantos barbecues did Grandpa make in un pit, making his signature BBQ pollo? I can still picture the smoke reaching up to the highest point of the tree. Majestic mesquite, ¿qué me dirás? Me dirás que mi amor no será capaz de dejarte nunca, 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 jamás te dejé, jamás me dejarás. Mesquite, mesquite, tus brazos y tu cariño son mi paz. If you look closely at the top of the tree, its branches and leaves look like a corazón. As an amiga was quick to point out, Grandma P says that the tree was there before the house even existed, the house that belonged to great grandpa Marcelo. This is my family's sacred ground, tierra sagrada, where dreams were planted, gardens of bougainvilleas and tomates y zanahoria y chiles, all types of chiles. The ventaja of coming from a long line of farmers who knew and worked the land. Mom says she remembers climbing you as a little girl with my tias and tío. She's sure you're at least 100 years old, but old mesquite, I know you're older. They say that mesquite trees can live up to 200 years or more. ¿Qué cosas has visto, dear mesquite? You're so inviting, old mesquite. You love kids so much, always waiting with open arms, con los brazos abiertos, inviting us to be close with you in your branches. You are like our great, 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 great grandmother. How many times did I climb on you and just contemplated life? And you gave me so many answers. In your silence, you spoke to me. I always thought that when your leaves rustled in the South Texas wind and the dirt smelled like tierra mojada, boy, I do love the smell of wet dirt right before it rains. You spoke to me. Don't listen to that boy, you said, or follow your dreams, you said, or no le hagas caso, you said, or you can do it, mija, or don't worry, you'll leave, but you'll always be back, you said. And I have, through 2 divorces, well, actually 1 divorce and 2 kids, both boys. Majestic mezquite, ¿qué me dirás? Me dirás que mi amor no será capaz de dejarte nunca, 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 jamás te dejaré, jamás me dejarás. Mezquite, mezquite, tus brazos y tu cariño son mi paz. You have stayed the same, and I, the eternal tree hugger, always go sit by you or go up to hug you. Even as the arrugas invade my skin and my panza changes sizes, you are the same, oh majestic mezquite, the keeper of my adolescent secretos and my childhood dreams. You were once a pirate ship or carried an invisible treehouse, or once we were the lost boys who never got old. Because you are eternal. You will outlive us all, oh mezquite. Promise me, when I'm no longer here, that my sons can come visit you, that they can hug you, and you will keep their dreams and secrets too, and give them hope. Because things may change, but you will always be there. Throughout the generations, you will always be home. Y si no regreso to my boys, you will be home. Majestic mezquite, ¿qué me dirás? Me dirás que mi amor no será capaz de dejarte nunca, 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 jamás te dejaré, jamás me dejarás. Mezquite, mezquite, tus brazos y tu cariño son mi paz. Tus brazos y tu cariño son mi paz. Tus brazos y tu cariño son mi paz.
Oh, that was
Beautiful.
awesome.
Oh my
Oh my God. Dang.
That was so lovely.
That was nice.
Hey, oh, that was incredible. Hold up. Y'all
Thank
can't
y'all.
even
Thank y'all for allowing me to share this space with you all.
y'all can't. You can't even on that. That was, oh my God. Dang.
I bet your family is so proud of you. And this tree that you climb, is it still there?
Yeah. I'll share a picture if y'all want in the chat so y'all can see it.
Oh yeah, please. For folks that don't know, Priscilla Rice is also a stage actor, has performed with Cara Mia Theater and other companies in the Dallas area. And being from Crystal City, you have experienced, you were part of the history, the really great Chicana history of that city. And I'm so happy that you're doing such great work with performance. And I saw you when you were just a little girl. Getting started.
Oh my gosh, I was like 20, I don't know what, like 20 years ago, right?
Oh my God, do you want to talk about Pleasant Groove? And because some of these folks might want to join you for that.
Sure, actually, it's a Pleasant Groove is now an online. We started as an in-person poetry event, but of course now, we're all performing virtually, sharing virtually, and it's once a month. It's founded by Tamitha Curiel, who's also from Pleasant Grove, and all of y'all are welcome to join us. And we just, it's just whatever you want to share, whatever's in your spirit, song, dance, poetry. It's a safe place for everybody.
And how
I love the name.
Is it once a month? I'm sorry.
Once a month. Mm-hmm.
It's a great name.
Thank you.
So yeah, feel free to drop the details in the chat so folks can see that, Priscilla, or how to reach you, contact you, read more of your work, or see it online, etc. Gracias.
Right, because I want to know that. That's what I'm trying to find out.
Thank you.
Is this your first time to hear Priscilla, AD?
It is.
Okay.
And she's awesome.
You've been missing out.
And yeah, I have. It's, you know what I mean? And yeah, she's incredible, man. I'm trying to hear more. I want to know where to contact her and all that kind of stuff.
Coming up.
I need all that info.
So our final poet for the lineup we have for tonight is Deborah Tatunik. And Deborah, you with us here? We're going to hear you next. And yeah, we got ears and attention for you. So.
Oh, I want to hug. I think I ought to be able to hug Deborah. She ain't too far away.
Tell me, I wish, because I'm in isolation by myself all these months, and
virtual hug.
Yeah, I've heard all my life about how healthy hugs can be, but having no or very little human contact, you realize how unhealthy And I feel bad going after Priscilla because she like left everyone with all this positive energy, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna bring y'all down. So forgive me.
But
It's been a struggle.
But I love you regardless, though. It don't matter what you know.
Facts.
Deborah, you're only responsible for the poetry delivery. We're the ones responsible for how we take it.
All right.
So we're
all right, but remember the joy after the. This was written today, and so it is rough. It's called "Resisting the Siren's Call." Odysseus had his men bind him in order to resist. He didn't block his ears, knew it wouldn't work, because like me, their songs came from his own mind, and nothing can silence it. If only it were a matter of just passing through a stretch of water or time or space, but they've always lived in my mind. They were singing when I stopped talking for almost a year at the age of 3. They were singing when I was 9 and would fantasize about having my head cut off. In adolescence, when I tried to drown them in alcohol and drugs. In my 20s, while I fought suicide and became a cutter long before it was a known thing. 9 months of isolation, physical pain, and increasing depression has made the struggle harder. I calm myself, imagining the tranquility of lying in a bathtub and feeling my life drain peacefully away as blood flows through my open wrists. I no longer have a bathtub, so it's a safe dream. But I feel the pull of the razor blade and know I must find the strength not to answer. I know just drawing the edge across my wrist won't kill me, and that it gives me a sense of control, but it leaves scars. And I still have some from almost 40 years ago. I'm more like Jason than Odysseus. He brought his own musician to overpower the strength of their melody. I listen to music, read, or watch TV, and it's almost enough. While I may still be drowning, at least it's in shallow water where I can lie semi-catatonic, but survive uncut and unscarred. I think I will survive this with no fresh scars to upset or alarm my children, my only anchor to life, and I will suffer anything to protect them from pain. And though I feel the calm now as the veins on my wrists rise past the surface begging for the blade, I can stay strong enough. It's a small thing to be grateful for. But in years ahead, as I watch my children continue in the good lives they've found, it will mean so much more. Thank you.
Thank you for your bravery with that. Thank you, Deborah.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Wow.
You are brilliant, baby.
Yes.
That's what's up.
Thank you. And try to cheer up now, everybody that I've, when I used to do an open mic with Paul Sexton and all those years in we always had a comedian follow me to try to, underpress everybody.
Well, man, you put some steel in our hearts.
Thanks.
That was a hopeful poem. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. You can find my poetry. I'm a contributing poet on madswirl.com. I also post some on my Facebook. I'm on Twitter and Instagram too, and I'm the only Dvorah Titanic you'll find anywhere because
I
the only handful of
so
Titanics in the world, and I'm related to all of them. there's a handful of stuff.
I miss you so much, Deborah.
I miss you too. I miss your poetry that always inspires me so much.
You
Always.
awesome.
Love fest, love
You're
fest.
a mentor, AD, really. And Rod, you are one of the best huggers I know. So when all this nonsense is over, you can come down to Arlington.
No,
I'm gonna need a hug. Real bad.
no doubt. It's coming. It's waiting for you.
Hey, I got a hug for you too, though.
Oh yeah, hey, I'm in Arlington now. Come and drink with me sometime. Once all the craziness is over and we can like live again.
Well, let's
I
not.
know that's
We
right.
need some craziness, otherwise we wouldn't be inspired to write. So we got to keep some of that. We got to keep some of that.
There will be plenty of craziness.
True.
I mean, we'll still have Trump yapping out there, and
True.
and all his
True.
crazy fans. So I'm ready to be done with the COVID.
So at this point,
I know that's right.
ladies and gentlemen, we have heard 17 voices, 17 unique individual voices and poets, and I'm going to ask you if you want to do this. I've done it before. It's amazing and fun to do in a moment, and that's we're going to create a live virtual poem in the chat, and whoever starts it, and everybody just keep typing, and then we can save it because I showed you how to save the chat, or I could send it to you later because I'll be saving it. And I'll give you the prompt in a second. But first, I want to give a shout out to people who have been here listening, who have not spoken, who've not been on mic, and who've not unmuted, and have just respectfully and quietly taken it all in. We need you. Poets love that when we have people who aren't poets in the room with us, or people who are quiet for a moment to like really take in the work that we do. I'm looking at you, Barbara. I'm looking at you, Ruben and Rachel. I'm looking at you, Amy and Jeffrey. Thank you so much, Antonio. All of you, Donna, Rose, Imperatu, thank you so much for being here to witness and observe and to support us. And yeah, we'll do this again, and I'm not sure when, but we'll do it again because it's worthwhile to me to put us in a space like this. Quickly, I want to share a story. AD, I'm going to mute you because I'm hearing some yelling in the back.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, this is a story I love to share. I never get tired of sharing it. But my friends, Rachel and Ruben, your love story, how you found each other romantically is one of the best stories I'll ever know. And continue to love and be inspired by. And y'all met by accident on email because your emails were so similar that somebody intending to send an email to Rachel sent it to Ruben. And Ruben, do y'all want to, can you tell us the rest of that story, please?
You're on mute, buddy.
Okay. Am I good? Can you hear me?
Go for it.
Okay. Sorry, Rachel went to take a shower.
Oh, okay.
So on behalf of my wife, like Tammy was saying, my wife and I met in the weirdest way. She was living in Thailand. She's from the Philippines. She was living in Thailand, and one of her coworkers sent her an email that mistakenly came to me, and I replied to it. We shared the same first two initials and the last name Salazar. So I looked down the email feed and I saw that her email had two numbers at the end of it, whereas mine, didn't have it. So it was an honest mistake by whoever sent it. So I replied to her and asked her how the weather was in Thailand and Bangkok, and she replied to me. And that began a chain of emails over the course of several weeks, and then turned into video chats, and turned into just us meeting each other's friends and families over several months. And then she had some cousins in California she was going to come meet. Didn't tell anybody, so she flew to Texas to stay with me for a week, hang out with my family and friends. And I couldn't let her go. I was in love with her by that time, and I asked her to marry me on the last day. And she said, "I do." And here we are. We just celebrated on the 24th, just last week, just a few days ago, our 13th wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
Wow.
And your story is on StoryCorps, and it was the very first animated StoryCorps story, and you can find it. If you Google their names in StoryCorps, you will see the video, animation video of their story. I love that so much, and I'm so honored to know you both. And thank you for being here to witness
Thanks for the invite. This was a lovely evening.
Oh, that's what's up. 13.
Lovely evening. Thank you so much.
That's awesome.
You know what's great? Neither one of you had to change your last name.
Exactly.
or even be tempted.
Right.
And you're based in Waco, middle of Texas.
Yes, Central Texas. Here we are.
Oh, yeah.
Where you belong. Texas is a wonderful place to be.
So I'm gonna put on some music in a little while, and I'm gonna stop the recording. But if folks want to help create a live virtual poem in the chat, here is the prompt. The prompt is start thinking about people, things, inanimate objects, pets, belongings, memories that are sustaining you today, right now, during COVID times, during this presidential administration time, and how these things are stabilizing and supporting you and helping you get through this shit, right? So however it goes, and I love it because it's spontaneous and improvised. So whoever starts it, just put in that first phrase. It doesn't have to be, it could be a few words, it could be a phrase, and then, you know, we just keep adding to it. So I'm gonna stop recording now, and we can stay on as long as we want, whoever wants to. If you feel like you need to leave, just give us a wave or a shout, and you know, we'll see you next time.